Welcome back to the show, everybody. Check out these headlines right here. We got Forbes, top crypto tycoons, Goldman Sachs, HSBC, Ripple announcement, lo and behold, and SEC definition for exchanges. You're going to need to know about it. And how about this? XRP history about to repeat itself? Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow me on Twitter at Dig Perspectives at the top of the screen. Everything we're talking about here today. Make sure you give us a follow on Facebook as well at Digital Perspectives News. We are $2.033 trillion for crypto market cap. We're off by 5.64%. Right now, the market is bleeding, currently falling like a manhole cover from the sky, 44,300 for Bitcoin. And we see Ethereum coming in at 3,200 plus and down at the number 8 spot, 78 cents. We're off by 8.71% on the 7-day, and half of that at least is happening on the 24-hour right now, off by 9.4% right now at 77 cents and 5.4 on the 24-hour. Bleeding heavily today, ladies and gentlemen. But before we get out of here, we're going to take a look at some information, some chart information from technical analysts that say history may be about to repeat itself, talking about 2017-2018 bull run. Right now, 78 cents on the bottom and 84 on the top. We'll keep an eye on it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Masterworks right here. You can invest for the first time, like the richest people in the world, in fine art. And the annual historical appreciation of this artwork, these artworks and different artists, it outpaces the S&P 500 by a long shot. And now it's not guaranteed, obviously, like nothing is, but I am looking right now, and you can see all these appreciation of similar works by these artists here, which I absolutely love the way they break down this information. But I think I am going, and I've already invested in Pablo Picasso, but I think Christopher Wool, and I've been into one of his other paintings, and I'm about to get into this one. There's lots of room left. You can see still 90% room to be able to participate in this commoditized art, which, by the way, is not an NFT. You own real shares of these real artist paintings, and they are $20 a share. Very affordable for anybody to play along. I love it. Link underneath the video. This is an article from Bitcoinist here. It says it is sharing the Forbes official list for the top crypto tycoons. I just want to focus on the top 3 because it doesn't list all 10 in this article, which I find to be a little bit funny anyway. But CZ comes in first, Sam Bankman-Fried and Brian Armstrong. Not a surprise that they all run exchanges. How about that one? Right here, we start looking at the numbers here. It says valuing is astounding at Coinbase at $100 billion. And CZ, let's see, 19th wealthiest person in the world. He owns at least 70% of Binance, largest crypto platform. And it doesn't give us actual number here. Sam Bankman-Fried, second place at $24 billion. And obviously, those three are crushing it right here. And then it goes on to talk about a couple gentlemen over here, Song-Chi Hyung from South Korea's Upbit Exchange, $3.7 billion. Not too bad. Kim Hyung Nayun, if I'm saying these right, is $2 billion from Upbit as well. This is pretty interesting. And 1.6 for the Bitcoin Maxi for Michael Saylor right there. And that is what the numbers are. Look, I'm stacking my pennies next to a lot of the people's dollars in this space. Not necessarily the Bitcoin side of it, but obviously you know where I'm at with most of my investment, and I am happy to be there. And Goldman Sachs, another one of these entities that I watch to see what they do. And it has been obvious for years to me that they have been making plans and headway to introduce their own offerings, as they're doing right now, and planning to offer over-the-counter options trading for Ethereum to its clients. Shocker. Not really. HSBC, Ripple partner, former Marcus Treacher from Ripple, was at HSBC prior to going to Ripple. And HSBC, one of the world's largest banks, is starting a discretionary managed portfolio investing in the virtual world of private banking clients in Asia. The Metaverse Discretionary Strategy portfolio aims to capture opportunities arising from the next iteration of the internet. This is why I just covered an article just the other day, and it was a projection that the metaverse was going to grow to somewhere between $8 to $13 trillion. Now, I don't want to have the goggles and I don't want to play in the metaverse, but I want to invest in it. And I'm going to find the projects that I believe in, like I know a lot of you will, and I'm going to place my bets. That's what I'm going to do, not financial advice. Right here, we see more evidence coming towards the metaverse. Filings in 2022 indicate that one thing about the metaverse is that it will be well-fed and well-dressed. Companies with a combined market cap of $1.1 trillion have filed for trademarks related to Metaverse and the NFTs this year alone, creating the virtual world for everybody to spend money there too. And isn't it timely that we see the NFT creation for Ripple and the XLS-20 to facilitate NFT creation on the XRP ledger? You know, they just have incredible timing. They really, really do. I tell you, big things are coming in the NFT metaverse space. And I told you, as this case closes and Ripple IPOs and XRP really starts to get the clarity, and we can see the adoption take off as we would any product that we would invest or believe in or hold, and we know that the clarity is there. We will still report on those things, obviously, but we will begin shifting into more coverage of the NFTs, the metaverse, and DeFi as the clarity comes. Believe that. Right here, National Bank of Georgia plans to regulate cryptocurrencies. We see this global effort taking place, right? And the country of Georgia is looking to do their regulation. We know Japan had just called on, I think it was the G7, to have a collaborative structure for a regulatory framework of cryptocurrencies as well. So we're taking a look at this now. Singapore's parliament passes new crypto law. With respect to the newly passed bill, the country's central bank, monetary authority, Singapore, MAS, will regulate virtual asset service providers based in Singapore, but operational only outside the city state. You know, this is the kind of stuff where you think, whatever. Yeah, well, all of this cumulative information and understanding of what's taking place is going to bring us to a new market for digital assets, and the cooperation and collaboration through regulation will give us the kind of market where we won't have to have these conversations like we're about to have in just a second here about the SEC. This is a reminder, I covered this a minute ago, but lawmakers are using this as a catalyst, and I've told you this. I have said this many times. I know a lot of you understand this, but I'm just reminding you, the U.S. is using what El Salvador has done to make Bitcoin legal tender as a threat to the U.S. financial system. Don't believe it. It's still true. And talk about a threat to the U.S. financial system. It's Gary Gensler and his idea of what belongs underneath his purview when it comes to crypto. And the new SEC definition for exchanges has big implications, ladies and gentlemen. Under Chairman Gensler leadership, the agency has signaled its intention to take on greater oversight of crypto. The key question has been how legislative rulemaking and even enforcement approaches have been options for pulling crypto within the agency's purview. If the proposal signifies the SEC's first effort at such rulemaking, it presents the industry many bones to pick. Goes on to say here, foremost among these concerns is whether the rule exceeds the SEC's authority. And the rule here is about regulating exchanges, which traditionally has meant platforms where buyers and sellers actually buy and sell, but not ancillary services or platforms. This rule expands the perimeter to platforms where buyers and sellers might merely talk about buying and selling. That's a huge change, and arguably one that the SEC doesn't have congressional permission to make. And that's been the problem here with Gary Gensler. Beyond that, the rule is simply impractical. It requires someone who makes available a CPS, which, by the way, is referred to as a communication protocol system, makes available a communication protocol system, CPS, to register. What make available means is a mystery. Yeah. Well, I don't think it's a mystery to Gary Gensler. He wants control of it all. That's what he wants. The funny thing is if he was still at the CFTC like he was years ago, I think he'd be making the play to have control of it all from there. True story. But at any rate, we're going to keep an eye on what's going on here because there are many things at play. Don't forget also that we're also looking at the when it comes to the SEC versus Ripple, the library case, Jerry Kaufman, shout out to you. That case is supposed to end before the Ripple case, and it could inform the judge in the Ripple case about how to maybe rule. It doesn't mean it has to, that information on that case, but nevertheless, that's more information to pay attention to as we roll out. Tomorrow, reminder, if you didn't see this morning's video, Janet Yellen will be speaking on crypto. We will bring that to you. Look right here. This is it right here. History clearly shows us, says Crypto Bull 2020, just had it his tweet endorsed by CoinsKid. As you know, we cover all of these technical analysts along with Dark Defender on this channel. And it is interesting when they begin to line up and endorse each other on the idea of what they're seeing on the chart. And it does not mean that it will happen. But it means to me that I want to start paying attention, because if they're seeing it, I want to start seeing it to make sure if it does happen, I know what I need to do next. And if it doesn't, I may continue to accumulate. We'll see. History clearly shows us that XRP is about to have a massive breakout, is what he says here. And I triple dog dare you, XRP. Take a listen right here. Excuse me here. This is what we're talking about. The bull run, history repeating itself. Look at this setup here, right? Seeing a very, very close setup, either like this or like this right here. And we could see either kind of these huge, massive breakouts, which XRP has done in the past. And if history even rhymes, this is going to probably take us to what would look like a new all-time high. Take a look at this very quickly because there's more information here. Uncle XRP shows the cup and handle that is forming on the chart from XRP right now. And if you take a look at this on the 1 day, you can see we are retracing. Obviously, the price is falling right now, which lines up perfectly with the formation of the cup. And then the handle, which pulls back and then usually has a huge burst to the upside. Now, that's the part we need to see to have complete confirmation on that particular formation. But to that point, the actual falling price that we're watching right now is a part of that handle if this is going to play out. So we'll keep an eye on that. This here is another chart here that is saying we may have hit our bottom here. And that is getting interesting. And what do we want to look at here? This lines up with Gator Trader as well as CoinsKid, who we just covered the other day, who showed us the RSI, Relative Strength Index, and the Stock RXI. And both of them are at the bottom. And if those indicators turn out to be right, look at all the upside we have to come from what we're seeing here, right? So again, it doesn't mean it has to happen, but if it does, we could be staring down the barrel of that $12 to $13 XRP by May or June if these things work out, or possibly a $4 plus. So either way it goes, it is looking up, even though today's looking down. But we'll have to keep an eye on it to find out which way it ends up breaking. That's going to do it for me. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Share with somebody you know. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Check out all the links underneath the video. Great products and services I use each and every day. And don't forget, tax time. Don't mess around. Clinton Donnelly is the foremost authority on crypto taxes. Link underneath the video. Catch you on the next one.